Insurance journey and experiences along the way. AAA, we're always with you.
We're giving away a $150 gas card. Watch at 5 a.m. and text the code word for your chance to win. Monday on the KTLA 5 Morning News.
Now at 7, one person is dead after a tree comes crashing down in Winnetka. A devastating outcome of this week's storms. We are live.
Shockwaves on Capitol Hill as former Trump ally Marjorie Taylor Greene announces she is resigning from Congress. Why, she says she is stepping aside.
And the race for governor gets a lot more crowded. We go inside California politics with Nikki Renzo now on the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. We begin with a tragic scene in Fernando Valley tonight where a massive tree crashed down on 2 cars, killing 1 person. It happened just after 3:30 this afternoon.
Those are still seen North Mason Avenue in Sherman, Winnetka. KTLA's Chris Wolf is live for us tonight. Chris.
Micah and Cher, the medical examiner's office just removed the body. Some of our worst fears with all of this recent wet weather apparently came true here in Winnetka today when a massive uprooted tree crashed onto a moving car this afternoon, killing the driver. Authorities believe this is a storm-related tragedy as the ground is wet and weak. Night. Thunder, lightning, flooding, falling trees in Southern California. As the ground is unstable and winds are gusty, there is still concern over uprooted trees crashing down and creating all kinds of problems for the region. These vehicles are some of the casualties of the last November rainstorm. No one was inside the cars when a massive tree toppled and crushed them about 4 a.m. Friday in Hollywood.
I came out around 12 o'clock to head to work and noticed that my car was completely crushed. Hurt. Because I can't afford a new one.
What's described as downpours caused significant flooding elsewhere in places like Huntington Beach. Public safety and public works personnel responded to numerous calls for help, rescuing people who were stranded with their submerged cars or dealing with other flood-related hardships. Crews are now ensuring the local storm drain system is operational. Santa Ana and Mesa were plagued with similar situations. 2 Costa Mesa roommates have turned in running on Friday after the night rescue outside, a problem they say happens on their street during practically every storm. And we'll have more on fallout from the recent rainstorms as well as continued threats out there coming up tonight at 10 and 11. Live in Winnetka, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Thank you, Chris. As the storm moves out, we bring in meteorologist Vera Jimenez.
All right, question. Is rain over? Or is it just a lull?
It's already over. It's moving to Vegas. It's moving to the east. So yes, so we are seeing it, you know, around and finish up. So it's in its last throes, Cher, not to worry. In fact, you can see that here on the Max Doppler. We do still have a little bit of residual moisture over the mountains there, but that's really about it. We still have showers near Wrightwood, but other than that, we had a cell that was pretty active near Barstow, and that continues to diminish. And then as we head south, we still have a little bit of lingering moisture along the San Bernardino Mountains as well. But I do want to give you a quick heads up that, you know, Chris was talking about, you know, these downed trees that have been, you know, causing traffic. We do have a wind advisory for the north viewing area, primarily Ventura, but also for parts of it's adjacent to Ventura, and they're going to continue to see some of those gustier winds up to 40 miles per hour. So with the ground being so saturated, the possibility of downed trees is still a threat. These are some of the numbers that we received from the last 24 hours, but I do want to make a note that Santa Ana record rainfall with 1.44 inches of rain. So we'll take a look at the rest of that forecast coming up shortly. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Okay, Vera, thank you. Police in Simi Valley are on the hunt for a man who vandalized cars by slashing their tires. Investigators say it happened along Cochran Street. This surveillance video shows that man wearing a beanie and a dark jacket walking westbound from Tappy at about 9 o'clock last night. Police say 11 have come forward so far, reporting cars with at least one tire destroyed.
LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman has moved to dismiss charges against 2 Torrance police officers for the 2018 shooting death of a car theft suspect who was in possession of an altered air. The pair of officers were indicted in 2023 under then DA George Gascon. An LA County judge did not rule immediately today due to a pending with the state Supreme Court. 3
minors charged with hate crimes in a parking lot assault at a Simi Valley Regal Cinema have all now been sentenced. The final sentence this week to 240 days in a locked juvenile facility and 30 days under electronic monitoring. The other 2 minors were given lesser sentences. All 3 were ordered to participate in the Anti-Defamation League's Harm to Healing Restorative Justice program for the August 1st incident.
I really think he has a chance to do a great job. We're going to help him, but I really think
President Trump met with Zoran Mamdani, the mayor-elect of New York City, at the White House today. The highly anticipated meeting came after the president had urged voters not to elect Mamdani. That changed today. President Trump saying he agrees with Mamdani more than he expected. He even said he would feel comfortable living in New York City with Mamdani as mayor.
I did say that, subject to what policies are being said. We had a meeting today that actually surprised me.
I know there might be differences about ideology, but the place of agreement is the work that needs to be done to make New York City affordable.
The president says they do have differences over immigration enforcement, but they are in agreement over combating crime.
President Trump has given Ukraine until Thanksgiving to agree to a peace proposal or risk losing access to U.S. and weapons. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his nation faces, quote, one of the most difficult moments in our history, a choice between dignity or a key partner. The 28-point plan would include concessions for Kyiv.
The Supreme Court has temporarily blocked a lower court ruling that found Texas's new congressional redistricting plan likely discriminates on the basis of race. The order signed by Justice Alito will remain in place while the court considers whether to allow the new GOP-friendly map to be used in the midterms.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Trump loyalist turned critic, is resigning from Congress in January. Greene released a 10-minute video posted online explaining her decision, saying, quote, she's always been despised in Washington, D.C. and just never fit in. And quote, her resignation comes after a very public feud with President Trump in recent weeks involving releasing the Epstein files, along with foreign policy and health care.
Nancy Pelosi selected me for the Intelligence Committee and to help lead the impeachment of a corrupt president. Californians will never bend the knee. I'm Eric Swalwell.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, not the only one planning to leave Congress after 12 years in the House. California's Eric Swalwell is also looking to the future, announcing his long-anticipated run for California governor.
With more on Swalwell's run and the state of the governor's race, joined by Inside California Politics host Nikki Lorenzo. Nikki, nice to see you on this Friday. And as they say, another day, another new candidate. Swalwell portraying himself as a fighter and protector, defending a California that's under attack, he says.
Sure, Micah, great to be with you on this Friday. Another busy week in politics. I feel like that we say that every single week when I talk to you two. Yes, after all the speculation, Eric Swalwell officially entering the race for governor and portraying himself as the person that is going to stand up to Donald Trump. That's really what he has done in Congress as well. But he's going to have to separate himself from the other Democratic candidates because a lot of them have a similar message. You know, he entered the race announcing on Jimmy Kimmel last night, pushing those clips out on social media. We'll have to wait and see where he lands in terms of polling. We haven't seen any polling with him that we have done specifically in this race just yet. We'll have some some name ID considering all of the airtime on, let's say, MSNBC and CNN over the years as that strong anti-Trump voice.
Well, there's obviously internal stuff that he and his team likes. All right, so we're 7 months out. The race is still in flux. Swalwell and Tom Steyer joining this week alone. Those new entries almost suggest a voter dissatisfaction with the current field and an opportunity to capitalize on a race without a clear frontrunner, as those other candidates are inundating social media now with videos basically suggesting, I'm here, don't forget about me.
Exactly. The last polling that we did with Emerson College showed 40% of voters are still undecided. Tony Thurmond out today with a new ad announcing that if he were elected governor, he would look to enact a billionaire's tax to basically try to fund programs in California when it comes to public safety and education and really deal with the budget shortfalls that we're facing here in the state of California. After Eric Swalwell announced last night, Betty Yee, who is also running for governor and has been polling in the single digits, sent out statements basically saying, you know, bring it on, boys, see you on the campaign trail. You know, this is going to be a race till the end. So not only satisfied with the candidates, with voters in terms of the candidates that we have right now, but I can tell you, I talked to a lot of consultants who, and even members of the business community, we've seen this with the rumors around Alex Padilla potentially getting in the race too, that even the insiders aren't really happy with this field and they're trying to draft someone. Is Eric Swalwell it? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, another candidate, former California AG Javier Becerra, sat down with you this week to clear the air about his connection to that corruption scandal involving his and Governor Newsom's former chiefs of staff. He's not implicated, but being on defense is not exactly where you want to be either.
Yeah, especially as you guys said, with this race wide open and trying to jockey for those top positions, you know, these Democrats are really